We are very excited to be working with our students in the Mosaic film experience. It has been a great partnership. I think you see young people these days are very knowledgeable in social media, and so for this chance to work with professionals, to work with professional equipment, what a great career motivator for many of our students. The great thing about our kids being able to tell our story is I think Kentwood is unique. You don't see it around the country. In fact, now we're named the most diverse school district in the state of Michigan. And it's fun to watch different cultures, religions, races come together and not tolerate, but celebrate each other's culture and learn from each other. I think the world could learn a lot from Kentwood Public Schools.
Misma família.
Wir sind eine Familie.
Net een familie.
Vi er en familie.
Ngaro along ha mitasu phe bare.
Open in Kwan Kathil.
Vi er en familie.
Siamo una famiglia.
We are family.
This building is constantly used. Every single day there's an activity, an event. It is the heartbeat of Kentwood.
It's almost like a little piece of heaven.
We see our kids go to college all over the country, and they're able to go and be successful because they know how to interact in a real world setting.
It's just this really beautiful space for students to be their most authentic selves.
If you're at a school now where you're frustrated and you feel lost socially, this is the place to come find yourself and figure things out.
I moved here and it was a very welcoming environment.
This is an amazing place.
There's great people here.
You know, one of the things that I think makes East Kentwood very different than like other schools is our students' commitment to working well with each other.
We try to provide something for everybody in this school, and I think that's the advantage of a larger school is that people don't have to get lost here. You know, that there's something for everybody here.
My favorite part about attending East Kentwood is being able to go to school and just not worry about just feeling like an outsider.
Being a Falcon is it's all about being accepting of others. Whether you like them or not, you should accept them and respect them for who they are.
When I'm like getting dressed in the morning, I don't have to worry about what clothes I put on because I don't have to think about like, oh my gosh, am I going to get judged today?
Being a student at East Kentwood is being yourself and showing who you are truly, no matter what color you are or what you believe in. Just being who you are and appreciating and accepting others as who they are as they accept you is what being a Falcon is.
I think what makes EK unique is all of the cultures that are here that represent the school.
It's probably the most important thing to me as an instructor here is our diversity. I've watched it change in over 22 years of teaching, and we were a pretty diverse school when I got here, but since that time we've just gotten more diverse, and I just think it makes us special.
It really reminds me of the real world and how the United States, it's just very diverse, and so that really reminds me of the real world, and it really helps me with learning how to communicate with people from other countries.
The diversity at East Kentwood is the #1 thing. There's multiple cultures that you don't get to experience every day in just your daily life. The people have a lot to give, a lot to talk about, and you just have a connection. Going here is not really about the school itself, but it's who you surround yourself with, positive vibes.
I think it's a good place to actually experience people around the world. We have I don't know, 70 or 75 different languages here from maybe over 80 country people around here, so I think it's a great place to learn about culture.
I think it reflects the real world. There are people from all walks of life, not just different races, but they're different socioeconomic background. People just have different life experiences. So even though you may have two people who are of the same race, like two people are both white or they're both black, their experiences in life can be very, very different. And when all those people come together, I think it makes for a richer learning environment, and I think our kids benefit from that.
That you can walk up, just like walking down the hallway every day, seeing somebody that you've never seen before.
Every student that testifies to the greatness of East Kentwood, diversity is at the top of their list. It teaches them to be human and to take off their ethnocentric lenses and have empathy. And isn't that what we want, you know, when we're raising our children in the schools and in life?
No matter how bad the day was before, I woke up with the same positive feeling that I did whether I had a good day or a bad day. So that's how I knew this was home and this is where I needed to be. So
every day I get to come into work and I get to like feel the joy that my students have towards life.
These students leave East Kentwood with a global perspective like no other student does in West Michigan and even in the state of Michigan, or I'll dare say like the country, because we are so unique.
I love how the students don't see color or anything other than they just accept everybody. And I truly believe that. I've seen it happen around here. It's something that, as I talk to educators around the country who don't teach in diverse schools like we do, that they wish they had that. We know that that is a strong trait and experience that kids need to have, because the world is global at this point. So our kids just don't have any of that shock value that a lot of kids get when they move on to college.
I learned from my students that it doesn't matter where you come from, you can still love each other and still support each other.
I think just the relationships and friendships that you build here are just lifelong and eternal.
If you have a good experience from East Kentwood, so basically you don't have it from buildings, so you have it from people, you react with people, you learn about people, you share your experience with them, and you're just getting more experience from them.
One of my favorite things about EK are probably the staff. You build a relationship with them, you have connections with them, and I heard other schools, they're just there to teach, but here you get to build a relationship with them and get personal with one another.
I always knew that like Kentwood was home. It was a great place to be, and when I got the opportunity to come back here and teach, I jumped on it right away, and we've never looked back.
When you experience our homecoming and watching 3,000 students in our field house, every single kid, just about 99% of the kids, are dressed in red and black singing the fight song, and that is just contagious. I mean, it sends shivers through your bones, and it definitely makes you feel the pride that's in the air, in the community, and just proud to be a Falcon.